Okay, so you don't want to just drastically cut cords or try to cut people off because, again, it's going to re trigger your internal alarm bell that says, no, 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 we need attachment, we need relationships to survive, which you do. But you might not need this one. So let's look at number two, what you should do instead. For number one, go and see the last video in this series. Number two is actually something that I love to do with clients. It's practicing essentially radical acceptance. Instead of trying to push the relationship away, practice holding it from the vantage point of your deeper self. If you're not yet familiar with that term or how to access your deeper self, I have a guided meditation on it. You can get it in my meditation shop or in my profile. But essentially, this part of you views relationships entirely different than your human brain, your ego does. It doesn't cling and it also doesn't push away. So there is no cord cutting when it comes to your actual spiritual self. We are eternally all connected, and connection is nothing to fear. It's not afraid of being connected to anyone. And when you sit in that knowing, sit in that understanding, actually feel it from the vantage point of your deeper self, your ego catches up with that feeling. It's almost co-regulating with your deeper self. It understands emotionally what needs to happen. And it's not something I can entirely describe through words. It's really something that you have to feel yourself. So instead of trying to cut the cord, you, in from the vantage point of your deeper self, simply hold the relationship without fear. Just hold it. Be present with it. Knowing once it's completed its purpose in your life. And truly, oftentimes, just the holding of it completes its purpose. You don't have to wait for some ordained moment in the future when check, you've learned the lesson, blah, blah, blah. You can actually bring that completion about now by simply allowing and being open to holding it from the vantage point of your deeper self. So this technique is a little bit more complex, but effective. If you want to learn more, reach out for coaching. And I actually want to add an additional note on why your deeper self views relationships differently. So I think I mentioned either, I don't know what video now, it's hard for me to keep track, but in one of the videos I recently released, I mentioned how thinking about, so I'm someone who's experienced past life regressions. I have a sense of the lives I've lived in the past, right? And when I think about some of the connections, the difficult connections that I have experienced, sometimes my ego goes, oh my God, what if I have to deal with this again in a future, in a future relationship, in a future lifetime? And it's just never ends. Like, how do I get rid of these people? It's like I'm dealing with sticky glue, right? And it's truly the more that you're trying to get rid of them, it's like you can't get them off. And as soon as you relax, you realize, oh my gosh, I don't actually have something to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. And the reason for that is because when we are in this place of trying to get rid of, trying to cut cords, trying to, right, we're coming at it from a place of fear. We're coming at it from a place of believing that this thing, this connection, this invisible cord has power over us. And that is ultimately often the lesson we need to learn in many of our difficult relationships is actually, this doesn't have power over me. I can return whenever I choose to my deeper self, to that timeless version of me that exists beyond time and space and this human body with all of my psychological wounds or whatever. I can actually re-access that place almost like a blank slate. this does not have power over me. That is the power of working with the spiritual self, with your deeper self. And so, in from that vantage point, from the deeper self's vantage point, it doesn't matter. And all of these relationships are here to serve some type of purpose on your journey. So if it's not this person in the next lifetime, maybe it'll be another that's maybe equally dysfunctional, but leads you on this grand journey of discovery and growth. Uh, or maybe you learn to make a new choice. Who knows? It's like these different aspects. If we're seeing consciousness as, you know, life consciousness experiencing itself, then we're just using each other almost to create different experiences in each lifetime. An uncomfortable truth, but very interesting.